Guys, hello. This is the third time I'm doing this video, and surprisingly it keeps stopping at the same place, so I had to get a different software to do this video record. So I'm just going to run through the explanation I've made before. So I gave us a list of sites to visit. This is Sketchfab, where you can get your models, and I also shared the link to Pinterest, where you can get ideas. You don't have to sign up, but if you want to, you can also sign up. You can just get different ideas and references on how things should be done on this particular site. Right, so how a train station is supposed to look like. You can also get video references from here, do your video record, but please, I would recommend that we all work with references. Right, the script is there, so just gather ideas. And the next website is Pixabay. Here you can get images, references. You can also get sound effects, right? So just explore different ideas. You can get music, background music and all. Yeah, so I downloaded a couple of musics here where I using compositing the final result of my project. So I'm just going to pull that up too. And the next website you should visit is Blender. So except you have Blender already, but you need Blender if some of the site models you're going to be downloading are Blender files, so you need to convert them to an FBX format that Maya accepts. So downloading Blender is very easy. Just go to the website, and here it's an open source. It's just 344 MB, and it's not a paid software, so you don't have to do any crack. Just download and start using it. I think these are the sites you should visit. Right, so going back to Sketchfab, because I'd already done this project before, I downloaded the things I needed for. So these are the reference I gathered from this site. Just a couple of references I got, and I downloaded some models here. I think I downloaded this and a couple of others, but I'm just going to, for the sake of the video, I'm just going to download a different model. So I think this reference has a plane. I don't know if that is required, but let me just put that in just to make my story more interesting. So I'll just go through and get a plane. Alright, so how you download from Sketchfab is not, you can't download every model you see on this particular platform. Some are paid models and some are free. Most of it are free. Anything you need you can get for free if you know how to search. So how you know something is free is, you see, you get this download icon on that particular model. If you notice, this model has no download icon, so this is a paid model. You can't get this for free, you have to pay for it, but this you can get for free. And then this icon means this has an animation baked inside of it, right? This is a model you can download because it has the download icon, right? This you cannot download, and some you see with the currency icon. Let me just see if I can get anyone like that. Yeah, so something like this, you see. So it's only available in their store and you have to pay for it. So you want to avoid models like that, just go for this type of models that you have this icon and you can download. So I'll just open this up. You go down and then you see download 3D model. So when you click on this, it's going to show you what file format that model is. So this is a GLB format, and this is the original format. You can also download this format, but I'll recommend you stay on the original format. So this is GLB. Maya does not accept GLB files, but Blender does. That is why Blender is important in this particular phase. GLB is accepted by Blender, so I can download this and take it to Blender, convert it to FBX that is acceptable by Maya, and then I can bring that into Maya. So I'll just, since I'm downloading that, I'll just go check a different model that is an FBX. So I'll show, let me click on this. So if I click on download, you see this is an FBX format. So if you download this, you can take it to Maya, and Maya is going to accept this, right? You don't have to take it to Blender. You don't need Blender if you are downloading an FBX format. So the reason why we are downloading Blender is because we want to convert our file into FBX. For Sketchfab, it is very rare that you get a Maya format, except it's a paid format, because you know Maya is a paid version. Not everybody uses Maya, but industry people, the big men in the game uses that software, so they believe you can pay for it. But it is very rare you get a .ma or .mb, which is a Maya format model on this platform. But you always get FBX, you get .blend, which is Blender, you get, so let me see what, OBJ is also acceptable by Maya. So OBJ and FBX is acceptable by Maya. So if I download this, I can still use it in Maya. Just drag and drop and it's going to work fine. So let me see, my file is still downloading. So so you can get basically anything you need from this particular site. So if I say chair, you see there are different chair. If I say let me see what I have in my reference. If I say tracks, sorry, train tracks, you see, you can get that, you can get, and these are coming with textures, right, which is very easy. So I'm just going to be showing us how we can connect our textures back into Maya once you download and you take it to Blender. So this is my Blender. I'll open Blender. Usually by default Blender comes with camera, cube and light. You don't need them, so you can just pick the three of them. So this is the outliner in Blender. You don't need to know so much here. This is the outliner, which is the only thing you need to know. Delete the collection, and then I have only scene collection, so I have an empty scene. There's nothing in the scene, right? So there's nothing here. So I'll just go back to my model, which is downloaded. I'll go here, unzip my model. So I'll unzip this model, so I have it. So this is how the file comes. You have the source and we have the textures. So this is texture file, so you can see the texture for the plane, and then this is the file, right? So this I'll change into plane. So I want to plane material, enter. I'll go to my project folder now. Where's my project folder? Go to source images. I'm just going to tear this out, shrink. So I'll bring this into my source. So this is my project folder, right? I'd already downloaded this, but I'm just downloading this for us to understand. And then my GLB, which I'm going to open in Blender and then convert. So I'll copy the file path, copy. I'll go to Blender, go to file, import. So you see the amount of formats you can import in Blender, right? A lot. So go to GLB, open, paste my source, enter, and then I have it here, and then my plane is here. I'll be right back. Alright, so I have my plane here, so I want to export this out. So I don't need the camera, so there's a camera in the scene. I don't need that. I only need the model, so I'll just copy, shift select everything on the outliner. I'll go to file, I'll go to export. So I want to export as an FBX right here, so I'll export, and I can export this anywhere because, so I'll just export in the same folder I downloaded from. I don't need the export file, I just need it to be converted. So I've done that. I'll open Maya. So this is my project I was working on before that the video didn't record, so I'll just do that, and this I'm going to use to convert my FBX into Blender, into Maya. So I'll go to download. This is the FBX file I exported from Blender just now. So Maya accepts drag and drop, so I can just drag and drop, or I can just go to file, go to import. I need to copy the path, so I'll copy the path where this is. I'll go to here, paste. This is my plane, and then I import. Right, so where's the plane? So you see I have my plane in my scene, and then I have all of this file. I don't know, just group them, call it plane, and then you notice that there's this weird look, right? It's just easy, it's easy to fix this. I'll go to my camera set, I'll go to click on my camera, or click on the settings here. So it takes you to the attribute editor, and then on the attribute editor for this camera, so you can do this for your perspective and also for your main camera. I'll go to near clip plane, I'll change this to 1. I'll go to far clip plane, I'll put 20, right? And then you want to have this turned on always. So see, you don't have to be, it's because the plane is big. You can see how big the plane is. See the, what's it called? So that is why we have this. So we are going to be using, for now I didn't send us, so there's what we call word scale. Let's just leave that for now and focus on converting this object. So I have it grouped, right? So but you can notice that if I click on the texture is not connecting, right? So this is this plane is too big. I'm just going to bring it down a little. So you can notice there's no texture on it. When I click on the texture is not connecting, right? But if I click and go to the properties, attribute editor, it's saying there's a texture, right? So but it's not showing. So this is a Phong material. We are using Anode, so it understands, we're supposed to be using, what's it called, we're supposed to be using AI standard surface. So very easy. How you do this is go to Anode. So I'll convert this shader, since we downloaded it as an FBX, so it's not an Anode file, we had to convert it to Maya, right? So I'll just go here to shader, Anode, click on anode, go to shader, go to convert shaders to anode. So you are converting the materials, this funk material, into anode material. So you click on convert and click on all. So once you do that, it has converted that particular material into AI standard surface, right? So when you click, you just go pick the material from where you kept it, right? So remember we had this. So just connect. So this is
power off.
so it's connecting, but let me see. The material is wrapped badly. The UV is bad. You can see that texture connected, but the UV has a bad UV. So I'm just going to do this manually. I'll disconnect this, break that texture, and then let me see. So this is just outside of the box. I think this model just has this issue. If you are getting this problem, I just suggest you get a different model that doesn't have this issue, right? You can get a different model. I'm just trying to see if I can fix this. If not, okay, I'm just going to break the geometry. You know what, I'm just going to apply a new material. I think that material has issues. Mesh display, set to face. So this model really has issues, but I fixed it. But if you're having so much issues like this, please just get a different model. The models, they are not supposed to give us so much troubles, right? Well, we've managed to fix this. So say for example, this is what I want, right? I'll click on file. Let me see. I'll click on file. I'll click on save as. Now it's going to ask to save as a Blender file. So I'll just go to. So I'm saving now as a Blender file, which is what I want. So I'm saving right now. Right, so now I have this as a Blender file, as a Maya file, sorry. Go to my project. This is my project, right? My camera is here, my perspective view, right? So I can import or reference that model, the plane. So channel box plane, no, this is the plane. Where is it? Alright, so I think I made the plane smaller. So let's say this is the size of the plane. Alright, so now we have a plane in the scene. So here, say I want to animate this into the scene. Alright, so I'll press a key. So on frame here, want it to pass. Okay, so that's not so visible. So I'm just going to bring this, make it a little bit faster. Nope. So basically this is how you do your shots, right? So I animated the camera. Right. Animated the camera, and the idea I gave for the camera is, you know, in Maya you animate everything basically. It's just drama, and you wait for one action. So that this is why I said check references, get ideas, brainstorm. You don't cinematographers, you wait for one action to happen before the next happens, and then timing, this is where timing comes in. You don't make everything so this is working, so you don't want to conflict and confuse the audience, right? So brainstorm, get ideas, understand things. If you have any question, ask me, but make it interesting, as interesting as possible. And you have to read to us where you got your ideas from, and help us understand the reason why you did certain things, right? um so the same way I got the plane is the same way I got this building, and I just animated my camera. You know, this is my camera. Animated my camera moving around, you can see. And then mostly when I'm done with my cameras, I always select them and convert the tangent into a linear tangent. And this is because, you know, if you see professional cinematographers doing shoots, You always see them with a gimbal. Gimbals are supposed to make the camera steady. You don't want the camera shaking right and front, right? So linear is straight, it's just straight tangent. You can see how straight these tangents are right now, right? So just straight tangents, and that is how I like to keep my camera, so there's no slow in slow out for this particular shot. You can see how the camera is moving. And then you can get sounds at the end of the day. So when you are done with your shots, you can get good sound from Pixabay. That is going to help you to, it's going to help you to make the shot interesting, right? Make it as interesting as possible. We just want a story, convert a story, our script into a good story. I want to see us put ideas together and see how it works. So when you are done with all of these beautiful animations, you are done putting in everything you can put. We are using the David character. Play with your cameras, medium shots, full shots. Your animation should be interesting, your work cycle should be interesting. Get references, animate it, shoot references. I've just been emphasizing on references because you can see even I worked with a reference, right? Not like I just started saying okay, and this is a teamwork, so you have to put in that teamwork spirit. So when you are done with all of the animation and everything, making your scene as clean as possible. So if your textures are not connecting, like I said, just go to Arnold, click on Arnold. Arnold is going to bring the drop down. And my Maya just crashed. Okay. Save. Alright, so when you are done with all of that, you go to Premiere Pro where you composite your project. So I'm just going to show us how we play blast. I know I've shown us before. I'm just going to show us how we play blast. So I'm going to play blast this shot again. This was my former shot, and since I added a plane, I'm just going to so I like this. I just click on download and very simple, it's downloaded. So I'll go to my download. So I have this as, so I'm going to take this to my project. I'll take this to my project sound and I'll put it there. I'll rename it to plane fly over, right? So I have that. Okay, let me see if my Maya is up. So my Maya is up. I want to play blast this particular shot. Right click on your timeline, click on this box. So I'm going to be sharing a link for you to download QuickTime. So Qt is QuickTime. For yours, you are going to be seeing AVI. So I'm going to show us a link to download QuickTime. And then for encoding, you will be using this H.264 encoding, and then your quality is going to be 100. Your display size is going to be this particular display size, 1920 1080. You can see it. You can just go to custom and then input. Your scale is going to be 1, frame padding 4, and then you want to check these two boxes, right? And then it's going to ask for a name. You go to your location and then just click on play blast. But because I'm using a desktop, I can't use this particular encoding. I have to use this. So you guys are using this to encode, right? But I'm using a gaming desktop and it does not accept that, but that's why I'm going to be using this to encode right now. So I'm just going to save settings, and then when you want to play Blast, please always remember to click on that particular camera you want to. So if I click here and then play Blast, it's going to play Blast this particular camera, perspective camera. I don't want that. So let me try an example. See, if I click, if this is where I clicked on last, and then I do this, and then I do this, and then I say play Blast, right? Okay, let me rename. Version 3, then save settings. Then when I say play Blast, it's going to play Blast. You see, it's play blasting this particular scene. I don't want that, so I'm going to cancel. So I want to play Blast this camera, which is my main camera. So I have to click on this camera. So I'll click here, and also please, if you have this far clip thing, click on your camera, go to near clip plane 1, add 2 zeros here, right? So I'll click here last, right click, do this, give it a name, and then play Blast, and then say going to say overwrite my format action. So you see it's play blasting my camera, not my perspective. So the last action the last camera you clicked on, or the last panel you clicked on, is what is going to play Blast. So I'll just wait for this to be done, and then I'll take it to Premiere Pro, where I have created a project. So I'm just going to take this out, so I'm bringing in a new shot. So I'll wait for it to play Blast, and once it's done play blasting, I'll find my play Blast here in the movies panel in my project. So it's going to create a movies panel. So it's going to create a movies panel here. So this is what is play. I'm still waiting for it to play Blast, to finish play blasting. So let me see if it's done. Okay, I think it's done play blasting, right? So you can see my shots here. I'm just going to cancel this, go back to, so this is the project, I guess, version 3. So it has the plane, yeah. So I'll pick this, I'll take it to Premiere Pro, I'll drag and drop, and then I'll delete the former projects. Alright, so I have that train sound, so I'm going to bring in the plane sound too. Downloaded, drag and drop. So you see that. Right. So with that, I can export my project, go to where I want it to be exported, I'll call it 2, but I have one, save, and then click on export. Yeah, so let me go check my file. So PAU 2. Right, so this is so I didn't add more sounds here. I believe you guys, so you guys are not doing what I did exactly. you're getting ideas, please, nobody should do what I did exactly. You have to be creative for yourself. This is me being creative for myself. So maybe get a different model, get different models, do something else. Don't copy my camera angles. You can get ideas from there, but please don't. I want to see I want to see something different. I want to see something different. If there's anything I haven't covered or there's any question, please let me know, and I'll be available to answer any of your questions. But I think this is everything. I hope I'm not missing anything out. Alright, so good luck, guys. I'll be expecting to see magic.